Greg, obviously signed and sorted on now for the upcoming season. First off, just how pleased are you to get everything done and dusted?
Yeah, bit different to last year where we've got stuff sorted early. But no, I'm glad to be back. It's kind of got unfinished business, especially with last year ending early, and I thought we would have been there or thereabouts if come the end of the season if it all carried on. So no, glad to be back and looking forward to next season.
You mentioned last season a little bit there, obviously didn't end up getting finished for COVID reasons, but how do you feel things went for yourself personally and for the team as well?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had a bit of a slow start like we normally do, to be honest. Every season we've been here, we've had a slow start. So, but come the middle, I thought we picked up and we thought we were going to be pushing for the playoffs again like the year before. So, just hopefully for the same again next year, and we're putting together a pretty good group of lads here, so things are looking up.
And you mentioned there, obviously a few of the lads from last season have signed on again for this year. Do you think it makes a bit of a difference having players that you've already played with, you're already used to, rather than ripping everything up and having a whole new squad perhaps?
Yeah, it's always nice to keep a few familiar faces around as well, and then obviously freshen up with a few new faces, which is obviously always exciting. So just playing with new people, and Mike and Buster will have us ready to go for the first game.
And of course you've been here a few seasons now, but in a bit of a strange way. I don't think you've actually had a normal season really. Obviously everyone knows how the first season went, and then the last couple have been obviously cancelled early for COVID, so it's been a bit of a strange one for you, hasn't it?
No. First year was obviously still quite fresh in the memory. But again, I don't think we deserve to be in this league, so we could potentially aim for the playoffs again, but I think we'd like to win it outright, and just to avoid all the messing around of the playoffs. And obviously COVID set us back last year, and we were unlucky the year before at Boston. So look, we'll try and we'll get there.
And with that, I don't think you're actually too far away from a century of appearances for the club. If I've got my facts right, I think you're on 93 at the moment. So is it anything you've kept, I don't know, half an eye on? Like, say, obviously you've been here a few years. Is it something you've maybe looked at on the off chance?
Yeah, I mean, I probably should have hit it after Christmas last year, if all was to be normal. So it's always a nice feat to get to, but it's more about just winning games and getting us as high as possible in the table.
And a few of the other lads are obviously aiming pretty high next season. Seems to be that promotion is generally the aim for the club. So is that something you kind of echoing from the rest of the squad?
Yeah, it's the same thing every year. I think Mike and Buster set out the targets, and I think it's always got to be promotion. And it's going to be a tough league again with all the teams coming. Same as last year, the Fields and the Bostons and the Yorks, they're all still there. So it's going to be a tough year, but I think if we start well this year, I think we'll do well.